know what is what.
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
This is Cult of the Living Dead.
All right. We get into it?
Run it.
All right.
Who put this movie on the wheel?
I did.
Bro.
I put this movie on the wheel. This is OG, though. This is when we were like first coming up with our list. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I want more movies like this.
This is like when I'm like in my head, like I'm like, I have a list of like cult classics that I've like always wanted to watch.
Yeah.
And Dead Alive, aka or Braindead, aka Dead Alive, was like one of those movies.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm gonna put it on the list because I've heard it's really good and I really like Peter Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah, this movie was definitely like it what's the word I'm looking for? Like embodies what a cult classic is.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
It was fucking ridiculous, dude. Like I was actually laughing out loud. Like I took a drink of water at one point, and when the priest comes out and he does his priest shit, I coughed water all over my living room because it was so fucking like, what the fuck is going on? This movie is so great. Like, wow. I feel like I ruined already like what I'm gonna be grading it, but yeah, I need more movies like this, man. What a surprise!
Yeah, it was.
For real.
I'm like, let's get into it because this movie was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so welcome back to another episode of Cult of the Living Dead. This week we are covering the 1992 horror cult classic, Braindead, aka Dead Alive. I'm your host, The Dale, followed by my two co-hosts, Mr. Saya.
Yo.
And Twan.
What up?
Just a quick reminder for returning guests and first-time listeners, we are a cult movie podcast. We cover cult classics, B-movies, and horror. All these opinions are subjective. None of us are academically trained in film critique. And enjoy the ride. All right, guys. So, we already started getting into it. So, Dead Alive, which I'll probably refer to it for the majority of this film, even though internationally it's known as Braindead, but here in the U.S. it's Dead Alive because I guess when they were distributing the film, there was already another movie called Braindead in the United States that had the copyright name to it, so they had to change it to Dead Alive.
Bastards.
But it's supposed to be Braindead. That was like the original title. Or is, I guess, in everywhere except for the United States. Yeah, so this is a Peter Jackson movie. This is like one of his earliest films, which is crazy because so this movie came out in 1992. 7 years later, this motherfucker went from doing this movie to making The Fellowship of the Ring. Like one of the like icons of like filmmaking and like storytelling, one of the best like book to movie adaptations of all time. Probably the greatest trilogy of all time. It hurts to say, even though I love Star Wars, but like this
glazing
started here, which is crazy.
Oh, I love him so much.
It's just so crazy, dude.
It is when you think about it. It's fucking insane. But you know you have
like,
to start somewhere, right?
And this start was wow, like wow, so ridiculous. Like the jump from
like
this.
If Edgar Wright did like Schindler's List or something after doing like Shaun of the Dead. Like who do you how do you compare it?
Yeah, dude, it was ridiculous. This was such a movie.
I mean, maybe it's like Sam Raimi. If Sam Raimi did Spider-Man 7 years after doing Evil Dead.
Yeah, I guess, right? Yeah.
I mean,
I guess that's probably a better comparison.
I looked at his wiki, and he does he has a thing called the splatter phase where he makes movies that are just more like this, and then he kind of like continued onwards and developed his fucking art. But man, I kind of want him to go back to this because this was like, I mean, it was ridiculous, but it was actually really fun. Like, I think that he could do it again. I want to see how he would do now that he's like older. Would he probably even consider it? Would you think this is like below him now? Cause he's like, he made Lord of the fucking Rings.
What was the last movie that I think he did was They Shall Not Grow Old? And that was like a documentary. Has he done a movie since that one? which is a great documentary about World War One.
I see on again on Wiki, Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim.
Yeah,
Prior
but he
to that was-
produced that. He didn't like
prior to
direct it.
that was he wrote Mortal Engines.
Oh, that's right. He did write Mortal Engines.
He did The Hobbits.
Nation Go came out after that one.
He
But yeah, I think
he produced
Frighteners?
he produced
The
Tintin.
Frighteners was like in right after this movie, in like I think like 94.
Mm.
Frighteners is a good movie too, though.
He produced District 9.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
he did produce District 9.
He directed, wrote, and produced The Lovely Bones.
What? That was him too?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did The Lovely Bones.
Oh
And
shit.
then, of course, we can't forget King Kong, which is funny because he ties back
Yep.
this to King Kong.
There's a few of his movies have this like King Kong,
Yeah.
Sumatran monkey, like what was it? What about Easter eggs? Like he did the Adventures of Tintin,
Yeah.
Oh.
and then there's a Sumatran like monkey in that
Monkey
one
rat.
too.
Crazy.
Yeah, monkey rat.
Damn.
That's cool. I like that it was probably like he read it back in the day and he's like, I'm gonna put that in all my movies. And then he just fucking like did like a drop for all of his like real fans, his day ones.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that little piece of Easter egg.
Mm-hmm.
And then that location in the opening, he also used that same location for Return of the King, for the ghost people.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That is damn. That's cool. The opening of this movie is just wild. Let's go through the cast and crew real quick so we can
Wait.
Go
Real
ahead.
quick. Did you guys watch this in 4K?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so crazy watching an old movie in 4K. I was like, my mind was blown the whole time. It was really
So
cool. They did a
clear.
good job. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did. That was a great remaster, recut.
Yeah.
Considering that it was done on 16 millimeter to save money, I think that's the same thing El Mariachi was filmed on.
Crazy.
And I remember when we saw
Damn.
El Mariachi, that one was grainy as fuck.
Super grainy.
And I was like, damn, this movie's like bad. Like this quality is a little rough.
Yeah.
But I don't know what they did, but it looked nice. But it was crazy. Like it was almost like too clear.
Yeah, because it was so clear, and it was I don't know, it was too clear to the point where like you could tell that it was a movie set.
Hmm.
Like you could tell all the props and stuff was fake, and like the makeup was fake, and it was too clear.
It's
Yeah.
too much.
I think the
Too high quality for what they're working with.
yeah, the gore looked really weird, like in the clarity of it, but I don't know, I liked it.
It's like
It
when
was-
4K came out, and then they're like, "Oh, it's too clear." Now you could see like the blemishes on people's
Yeah.
face and like the pimples and shit.
Mhm.
But it was good though. It was a good recut.
Oh, for sure. They did a bang up job.
So I didn't know this, but I guess like these guys that Steven Jackson worked with, the other writers, Steven Sinclair, Fran Welsh, and Peter Jackson, have all
himself.
they all worked together in writing like the Lord of the Rings screenplay, and I think one of them worked on The Hobbit, and one of them worked on King Kong. But like they all separately just work with each other like throughout their career, which is cool.
Yeah, I feel like that's a reoccurring theme
It's pretty
with a lot of movies and like production companies. It's like you find the people that you enjoy working with. and
Yeah,
then-
and you just keep it rolling.
yeah.
It
With
is
the
crazy
homies.
though. I was looking at Fran Welsh's IMDb, and he worked on the like two
She.
towers. She worked on the two towers, and like that was it. He was like, all right, I'm good. It's
Yeah.
like
I'm reading on her wiki that she won 3 Academy Awards.
it's just like I'm leaving on a high.
She was like,
Nice.
all right, later,
Nice.
That's cool.
done. Just fucking checking out.
That's crazy.
Honestly,
Live off
though, I
royalties.
mean,
Quit
Like,
while you're ahead.
that sounds
Irish
pretty
champ.
nice.
All right, the cast and crew. I mean, I like this movie. I don't understand why And I wanted to look this up, but I didn't. If there's like a large Hispanic community in like New Zealand, because like they just have one random. I don't know if she's Mexican.
She,
I don't know. My partner and I were trying to figure this out, and I was like, "Damn, is South America the closest to New Zealand?" And if you
Is
look at a
it?
map,
I don't.
it's like the closest Hispanic
in
country.
on the wiki, it says that she's Spanish Romani, so from España. So
No, she's
España?
Spanish.
yeah, she's Spanish, like actual Spanish.
Pequita.
Paquita.
Her character's named after her grandma, which I thought was really sweet.
She a baddie.
Mm-hmm.
She was. I was rooting for her the whole time.
She just wanted to love on that dude.
Yeah,
Dude, she just wanted some loving.
Yeah, man.
she is on a mission. She knew what she wanted. Oh, so we have Pequita, who's played by Diana Benyalaver. Lionel, who's played by Timothy Baum.
bum.
All these people, it's crazy, are kind of just like Diana. She just did a bunch of Spanish movies and TV. Timothy's been in a shit ton of TV shows. We have Mum, who's Elizabeth Moody. She was in the Fellowship of the Ring, the extended edition, so she's on the theatrical cut.
Crazy.
We have Uncle Les, played by Ian Watkin. He was a piece of shit, but his character was so hateable. Nurse,
I don't know, man. I kind of like the uncle.
You like the uncle?
You serious?
The uncle.
This
Like-
was like real.
In at the end, like maybe like the last 10 minutes of the movie, the uncle
Because he was
turns
getting
into
like,
a fucking madman.
yeah, it was
like
getting,
he's
was-
a big time. Where's my hug at?
yeah. I saw that he was he played a fair official in Charlotte's Web, the 2006 live
Oh yeah, he was in
remake.
Charlotte's Web.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
He's one of the guys that's at that actual fair.
That's
I knew
cool.
I knew he looked familiar because I saw that movie
Damn, just unlocking childhood memories.
for real.
I've only seen the animated version.
I've seen both.
You never seen the live action? It was
I
a
might
really
have.
good live action for the year that it came out.
I
Yeah.
might have, but I just like blocked it out. Like I
It's
feel
like
like that was a
Better
big
than
like
Lion King.
big drug days.
Well, it's Charlotte's Web, man. You can't like.
I mean, I love Charlotte's Web.
I
It's
feel like the
it's a
story
great
of Charlotte's
story.
Web
I mean,
never changes.
it's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, the fucking the priest is from the Frighteners. He's from the museum. You remember that guy?
Yeah, Stuart Davini,
Yeah.
father.
Seen that movie.
You haven't seen The Frighteners?
No way. Are you gonna say father of Tom Savini?
No, his
No,
name's
no.
Father McGrudery.
No way.
That was his name, Father McGrudery.
Oh,
His name is Stuart Davini.
Davini.
oh, Davini. Not Savini.
Davini. Davini.
He's worked with Peter Jackson a couple times. He was in The Frighteners and in Meet the Feebles.
It's cool. His character was surprisingly one of my favorite characters. Like he kind of came out of nowhere.
Dude, he gets after it though. You know what I mean?
I wasn't.
Oh, bro.
Oh yeah.
Even in the
later.
afterlife.
Him
Yeah,
and
in the
him
afterlife.
and Nurse McTavish,
Yeah.
brother. And then we have Void, and it took me a long time to remember who Void was, but he's the like punker guy,
hmm
played by Jed Brophy. He was in The
Ama-
Hobbit. He was Ori. There's like Nori. No, he was Nori, Ori. There's like the three hobbits that had the same name. He's one of them. I think he's Nori.
Nice.
And he was also in District 9.
Oh yeah. Oh, he plays like a random officer.
Yeah. But he had a good part in The Hobbit because Nori's like one of the dwarves that goes to the Lonely Mountain.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Does he Void was the one that pees on the tombstone, right?
The greaser?
Yeah.
The greaser in the cemetery? It's like
Yeah.
a group of them.
That was Void.
Okay.
Yeah, because one greaser
Okay.
gets like his head punched off, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so excited to talk about that part.
This whole movie was something else.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we've been talking about it, but I think it's fair to say that our first impressions were not what we got because this movie was. I was expecting like a goofy, run of the mill like zombie movie. That's not what this movie was at all.
I didn't even know this was going to be a zombie movie. I thought that it was going to be like some type of like demon,
Like
possession, almost like Evil Dead.
Evil Dead.
Just because of the name and because of the picture that was associated with the name. When you look at the picture, it's like a person with a mouth like opening, and you see like a skull coming out from it, and for some reason that triggered like Evil Dead kind of vibes. So this movie went in a completely different direction than what I thought that it was ever gonna go.
Did we watch a trailer during last week's recording?
We didn't.
We didn't.
We
Okay,
didn't.
so
No,
yeah, I went into this blind. I didn't see a trailer. I didn't see a fucking synopsis. I didn't. I would just like play.
I kind of want to do that for now because
Let's do it.
yeah, what a ride, dude! Like this was a complete different experience than what I had imagined.
One thing that we usually give kudos to the special effects.
Yeah.
I loved and hated these special effects at the same time. Like there were some of the times it was like so sick. I was like, oh damn, that was pretty fucking cool. And then other times I was like, what is this fucking goofy ass shit that I'm looking at right now? Like that last Violator grandma fucking thing at the end.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is this?
It's like a final boss in a Resident Evil game.
For real, that's what I thought of. That's funny. I'm trying to look for it.
I got him. I got the special effects. It was by Bob McCarran. Some of the famous things he's worked on is The Matrix, Vertical Limit, and Queen of the Damned. And also The Piano, which is random because that's like a period piece movie. And then Richard Taylor, who would go on to found Weta's Workshop, who primarily worked on The Lord of the Rings and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the Chronicles of Narnia.
And King Kong, because Weta,
King
right?
Kong, yeah, Weta.
Damn, Weta's so huge now, which is fucking nuts. So
this is where they started.
That's really cool. That's like that's super cool.
That's crazy.
That he started like here and he went on to do like some of the most
iconic things.
Yeah, biggest fucking projects that like even has its own ride over at Universal Studios.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a ride at Universal Studios?
Yeah, so
which one in Orlando?
Nah, Weta, well, I guess it's not like a ride, but it's an experience part of the tram. Weta developed this like tunnel that the tram goes through, and it's like a full 360, not 360, it's almost 360, but it's a full like tunnel of screen.
Oh, is that the King Kong one?
Through, and it's a King Kong experience.
That was cool.
And Weta like developed that whole thing, especially.
That's nice. Crazy. Yeah. What? From this to that?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Good for them.
I know.
Damn, who got bigger? This guy or Peter Jackson?
For real. I love
race debate.
I love like theme parks and like rides and stuff like that. So I have like a random like knowledge of like theme park rides for some reason.
That's cool.
It's part of my tism.
That's a good interesting fact right there.
Yeah.
All right. So the way this movie launches off, he already touched on it with the visit to Skull Island.
Skull Island
in South Sumatra. And we have like, it reminds me like almost like an Indiana Jones style like heist with this archaeologist dude stealing this like crate of this creature and then being chased by like natives. Brilliant. I loved it.
It really reminded me of what's the first one?
Which one?
Indiana Jones.
The Temple of Doom?
No, that's the second.
No, the Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom, Last Crusade.
Oh man, it's gonna bug me.
Crystal Skull.
It's all of them, but
I don't know what the first one. Fuck, what is it? First one.
Adventures of Indiana Jones?
No. The Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's the coolest name too.
Yeah, it has that same vibe because at one point they're like running and they catch up to the car. Like it's a car. I thought it was gonna be like a fucking plane, but it's a car that they catch up to, and the car starts rolling, or like everyone jumps in, the car starts rolling, and then one of the dudes like catches up to it, just like in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Like I thought
That dude's fast as fuck because
I
they
thought that
were
was really
fucking
funny.
boosting out of there.
well, either he was fast as fuck, or that car was going slow as fuck. Also,
That's true.
when when the natives got to this like small little creek, they just stopped.
Yeah, they did. Stopped. There's like, fuck, it's the end of the line.
God damn it.
Can't swim.
Can't get past this small puddle of water.
Maybe in their culture, if you cross the water, you die.
Maybe.
Oh,
like the death crossing.
And you would
didn't
think like people
about
who
that.
live their whole lives and their entire livelihood of like catching food comes from throwing spears and shooting like bows and arrows would be like even just like a little bit accurate. Like they weren't that far and they were fucking missing like crazy.
For real. They were right behind that guy. Like
Yeah.
they were right behind him and they just kept on missing.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Mhm.
It was funny though. This whole scene
It was.
kind of in a way. So when the movie started, I'm not gonna lie, it took me like a good 20 minutes to like be like, oh, all this like campy stupidness is on purpose.
Mhm.
Like he's doing this intentionally. At first, I was just like, oh man, like all right, this seems kind of like it's cool, it's funny, but like it's not what I was expecting. Because in my mind, I'm like Peter Jackson, dude, Lord of the Rings, King Kong. So like then seeing it, I was just like, and then by the end of it, I'm like, oh, this is pretty brilliant.
I saw on the like when you click on the movie and the like I guess type of movie it is, it said
Mhm.
horror comedy, and then the one of the first lines in the movie is the like zoologist guy, and he's saying, "I have a permit to these natives." It's like, what the fuck? It's like I have a permit, and he's showing them the paper, and they're looking at it. They're like, "What the fuck is this?" Like right off the jump, I was like, "Oh man, it's gonna be one of those fucking movies."
Yeah.
That one got me.
And I didn't realize it was a horror comedy until I saw it when I was streaming it. And it said horror comedy, and then immediately I was like, oh, this is cool. But yeah, the execution of it was so funny because some of the jokes are actually really fast. Like that one,
Yeah.
like when you said I have a permit, like it happens like super quick, and then that's it, and then it just like moves on.
What got me is like a little after this scene when it shows them like going through the town and just like the fakest model of the trolley just like rolls by the camera, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? That was mad fake.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, it's one of these movies. It's like, oh man, you guys haven't seen it. I mean, the Will's been edging us and just teasing us for so long, but it reminded me of like an Ed Wood movie, like a 1950s style like B horror movie that's just like hella campy. And like there's just obvious like shit like that where you can see the string on the fucking UFO and shit. That's what it like reminded me of.
Yeah, it definitely had that vibe.
Yeah.
Super low budget.
Similar to like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the fucking oh man. The beginning sequence, I was like, all right, I'm locked in. This is good.
Because when they're carrying the creature or whatever they're carrying in that box, there's not really like name, but I think the natives are like, you have to return it, and then they're like, nah, fuck that, and so the whole team just like dips out with the box, and then when the guy carrying the box gets bit, and what they do to him is so funny that like immediately I knew
Like some scary movie shit.
Scary movie, like Evil Dead shit. Like I immediately knew what I was in for, and I immediately loved it. Like it was so fun.
What were they saying? Because they pointed at him and then they like chopped his arm off and then they saw his other arm and then they chopped that arm and then he got scratched on the face and they chopped his head off. I was like, holy shit.
I didn't write it down, but it was so funny because they kept on saying it each time. Like they would turn over and look at a different part of his body, say it, then chop it off, and then look at another part, say it again, chop it off. Oh, great.
It was great. It was golden. I was like, oh my God, this fucking movie.
Did a good job. Did a good job of setting the tone of the movie. We got a little bit of comedy and then the gore right off the bat.
Yeah. Like right off the bat. I was not expecting this movie to be as gory as apparently it's like the goriest movie of all time by volume.
Like in the world?
I think
ever created.
Evil Dead, the remake, might give it a run for its money because I think that like raining blood scene at the time used the most amount of blood. But
Maybe it
yeah, I
was
think
for
they
one
used
scene.
like 80 gallons.
I saw that the final scene alone used 300 liters of blood.
Holy shit. Number 1 is saying Terrifier.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Number 2 is Hostel. Number 3 is Saw. Number 4 is Hills Have Eyes. Number 5 is Saw 2.
no, it's not
6
even
is,
in the top
6
5.
is Chainsaw.
Top 10.
7
Is
is
this goriest or bloodiest?
Goriest.
I think it's like the record that it has. I don't know. It's the wiki, so it hasn't been updated. Is that it used the most fake blood ever in a
Yeah.
movie?
Nice.
I think another
Yeah, because all
one
those
for
movies
the-
are definitely gorier than this movie for
Yeah.
sure.
What type of
the, sh-
bloodiest?
the Shining used a lot of blood too for their
that one, the hallway scene.
yeah, the bleeding elevator. But this movie might take it.
The Shinin.
Shining.
The 25th bloodiest horror movie of all time is Green Inferno.
That was a crazy one.
I haven't
The
seen that
opening
one.
scene of this movie reminded me of Green Inferno.
You haven't seen that one?
No, that's the remake of Cannibal Holocaust, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Number 1 is Evil Dead by Fede Alvarez, which is the newest
Oh.
one. Number 2 is Braindead.
Ah, just got beat.
Hey,
Damn,
bing,
good
bing,
call.
bing, bing.
All right, let's bring it back. And then we get introduced to our two main characters. We have Lionel, who kind of reminds me of what's the movie I'm thinking of? Where the guy lives with like his super weird, like abusive mom.
Psycho?
Psycho,
Yeah.
yes.
He
Like
does
Psycho.
Yeah,
kind of gives Norman Bates vibes. Yeah.
For
Except
sure.
without him being a psychopath.
Yeah, he's actually a really chill guy.
Chill guy. And then Paquita, who's just thirsty. She's just trying to get that citizenship.
She
Trying
just
to bang a white
wants
guy.
love, bro. That's all she wants. I feel it.
I like how like as soon as the I don't know what he was. He's like a delivery pharmacist guy, I felt like.
Yeah,
He's like
the meat
the first
delivery.
guy? Yeah.
Yeah, the meat delivery guy. And she's like trying to like she tries to like was it? Flirt with him?
Yeah.
And then the second her grandma reads her tarot cards, and she's like, actually, it's not that guy, you're gonna meet a different guy. And like this is what's gonna happen. She's like, well, fuck that dude. I'm locked in. Let's go find this other dude.
And it like immediately happens too. Like,
Immediately,
while the
too.
scene is happening.
And like she's like super unimpressed. And then like one thing happened that related to the tarot. She's like, nope, this dude's hot as fuck now.
The star. She was like, you're gonna see a
Yeah.
star. And then when she lifted up the newspaper after he like knocked over that display, when she lifted it up, the pencils made a star.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's right. He's a motherfucking star boy. Interesting fact about those tarot cards. Those are I don't know if they're his cards or they're based off of Aleister Crowley's tarot cards.
Wait,
Who's that?
like
Aleister Crowley, the magician. He's like a sorcerer from like the early 1900s.
Oh shit.
Mhm.
The song
Nice.
Mr. Crowley is like written about him by Black Sabbath.
That was gonna be my
Um,
next question.
did wait, you said you're not sure if those were like custom cards or Aleister Crowley?
So two of the cards are custom, but the rest are based off Aleister Crowley's. I don't know if he like that type of tarot card got mass produced, like that
Mhm.
style, but yeah, they're the Aleister Crowley cards.
That's pretty
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Yeah, I thought that was cool too.
Yeah.
I do love a strong woman though, because Paquita's like all gas no brakes, dude. She's just like, so what's up? We going out or like, oh, you like the zoo? Fuck, I love the zoo. I'd love to go to the zoo. And he's like, what? Oh yeah, sure, I'll fucking take you to the zoo.
Yeah.
And she followed him home.
She's
Well,
straight
she had
up.
to deliver.
She delivered to his
Oh
pad
yeah, that's right. That's right.
because her dad is too busy eating a steak or some shit,
Mm-hmm.
and his mom's tripping. What'd you think of his mom?
I mean-
she like I feel like she gives off psycho vibes, but like
You know
But,
who
like-
she reminded me of? Fucking Bobby Boucher's mom.
Damn. Football's the devil?
That football's the devil.
kind
That's
of.
it. That-
Kathy Bates?
Yeah, Kathy Bates. It reminded me of Bobby Boucher's mom, Mrs. Boucher. I don't know why.
Taken to like the different extreme.
Like a sophisticated Bobby Boucher's mom.
Yeah, she just has a New Zealand accent.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she's like a recluse, like old woman who cares about like high society.
Yeah, because
like
didn't she get
control.
nominated to be something like the treasurer or some shit of some like women's league or something?
Yeah.
yeah.
But this movie like pops off at the zoo.
Well, they have a really nice time at the zoo.
They do have a
I
cute
know.
date until his mom fucks it up.
Well,
Does fucking mom.
he also starts having like PTSD flashbacks of
Oh, water.
Water.
a hand reaching into some water.
This was
Yeah.
all rabid. Fucking can't have any water and shit.
He gets the 1,000-yard stare, just staring at water.
Every time
a
he
little
sees a fucking
backstory.
water bottle, his hand just starts like shaking and shit. Fucking gunshots in the background.
Helicopter blades. The fucking fortunate son just starts playing in the back.
Like, fucking, he just sees Bubba. Oh,
Bubba.
Forrest Gump. Oh shit! What'd you think of this amazing CGI of the fucking Sumatran rat monkey?
Pulling the tail off of that other monkey.
Dude, he just knocks
Dude.
him out. Just boom! Just fucking clocks him.
And he's got like the smallest like fucking exhibit.
Yeah.
It's like a little box next to a fucking cage.
Oh,
For
which
real.
is hilarious
Also-
considering what they went through to get that fucking thing.
Exactly. And
True.
if that was so dangerous, why would they put it where a cage where it could reach into another cage?
Because it's New Zealand?
I guess.
Oh, my bad. New Zealand doesn't think about things like that.
You think they got the research capabilities? They literally bought this shit off like secondhand off of some dudes in a Jeep.
It's true.
Who's just
You're right,
fished
you're
it.
right.
I mean, actually, I don't know how they get most of their animals. I don't know if that's actually how it happens. But like the pilot was like, yo, here's some stacks. And they're like, all right, cool. Here's your monkey.
For it being a movie that was made in 1992, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad CGI. Because what did Jurassic
Yeah.
Park?
Horrible.
Jurassic Park came out what, like a year later?
I think a year before, didn't Jurassic Park come out in 91?
Yeah, but didn't
But like Jurassic Park
Spielberg-
had like a Steven Spielberg
Yeah,
budget though.
Spielberg was like all bomb though. Like everyone knew
True,
who Spielberg
true,
was by
true.
that point. So
It had 1992 Weta. It didn't have you
yeah,
know 2016 Weta or whatever.
bro. How old was Peter
But it
Jackson?
wasn't that bad.
It was hilarious. Like I said, like I was like when I saw that, I was like, yo, what the fuck? But then there were things I'm like, okay, it's like on purpose though. Like it's supposed to look bad. It looked like almost claymation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked
Yeah,
like
it
you guys remember in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Large Marge,
Yes.
when she goes
Yeah.
all crazy?
Yeah. It did.
Exactly what I thought of. Or
Like-
like those old like the old King Kong fucking dinosaurs.
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
I was like, okay, like I was like, this is fucking bad. But I was like, no, he did this on purpose because there's other things they do with the special effects. I was like, they could have made this thing look sick as fuck, and they chose not to.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, I know we're saying it is intentional, but it might just like be a full circle moment because he used the same CGI that they used in the old King Kongs, and then he ended up making the new King Kong. I don't know how that connects, but
I can see that.
there's a correlation somewhere there.
I see
Apparently,
it.
he loves King Kong.
See the vision.
And then this fucking aggro ass fucking rat monkey though, that shit looked gnarly as fuck.
Look crazy, dude.
I go to the gym. I'd go to the fucking zoo to see it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
They had a clip of that shit on like the news. And like, look at this new exhibit at the LA Zoo, and you're like, yo, that thing looks fucking crazy. Let's go check it out.
I think I feel like
Some
Vera
yoked up fucking rat.
Lionel's mom is the reason why they have a space between the cages and like the walkways now, because she was held up. She was like on that cage. So that was the only reason
The
why.
spread eagle on that
Yeah,
shit.
that was the
Yeah.
only reason why that Sumerian rat monkey was able to like actually fight her.
They
Did we
fucking
also
went
describe-
after her.
Did we describe what a Sumerian rat monkey is?
I mean, we're trying to.
We're
to the
trying
best of
to.
our ability. It's just
Well,
a
like-
buff.
well,
Like hairless mole rat?
No, but
Looking-
they describe like what it is, or they give the background of what it is in the beginning. Remember on the in the Jeep?
I don't
So-
go for it. I just remember
so-
it's like a bad thing. You're not supposed to take it away.
Plague carrying rats traveled over into Sumatra,
Different
and-
places.
and they essayed a bunch of monkeys, and the monkey that was produced is a Sumerian rat monkey.
Oh yeah,
That's what happened. That's
right.
right. I wrote
Evil
that
hybrid
down. I was like,
creature.
that's a wild backstory to this thing.
Yeah, just full of rage and hate and plague.
That's so crazy. That's such
Gross.
what a thing to come up with.
But the mom
What
kind
a
of
concept.
the mom wrecks it like immediately after she.
Dude, she dominates that thing.
Yeah,
When it bites her, she's like, fuck this.
she
I did love
heel stomps it.
yeah, I loved the special effects on that.
Yeah,
I was like, hell yeah, they had fun doing this scene. Like the way it just oozes out and shit
Mhm.
Yeah.
with the slime and whatever. I was like, oh, that was cool.
yeah.
The it fucking took a chunk out of her though.
hmm
It's a vicious ass rat monkey.
Yes.
And then this dude just leaves. Like he just leaves his date. He's like, all right, well, I'm out of here.
Apparently, my mom was here too, so like,
Hiding
gotta
in the
go handle
bushes and
that.
shit.
Yo, sorry, I got it. He doesn't even say sorry. He just dips. Well,
All
he looks
ghillie
back at
suit
her,
up.
doesn't he?
Yeah, he just leaves. He's like, Mom, oh my God. And he just leaves.
Yeah,
He's like, he doesn't even look at her. He just grabs his mom and
I
he's
thought
out.
he does. Maybe he doesn't.
But she don't give a fuck though. Paquita is relentless. She ain't gonna
she's
let
locked
no mom come between her and that dick.
hmm
Cause like she locks it down.
She does.
Fucking say anything's his fucking window and just climbs up and get down to it.
That's what I need.
It's so hilarious too because his
Please.
mom was all like, I don't want you talking to that girl. She's experienced. And I was like, damn, that's fucked up. Why are you gonna be saying why? Because she's like Hispanic or whatever. She like has sex. But then like the very next scene, she like sneaks into his room and like they have sex. And I was like, I mean, maybe she was kind of right about her. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
She's just jealous.
she's jealous.
Yep. Jealous and controlling. But
Jealous because she has that like
she
look like a ball growing out of her
She-
fucking arm after
Yeah.
she got bit.
yeah, she fucking that hate I feel like gets transmuted to the fucking bite, and then that bite just takes over her whole body.
It
Really
looks
bad.
nasty.
Like over
Yeah.
the next day, she's already gone.
And that fucking bite's just like nutting all over the place for like the rest of the
Mm.
movie.
Mm-hmm.
Some pretty gross,
Just
gross scenes.
Should've
pus.
put
Body horror,
Dr.
nastiness.
Pimple Popper on the case.
Oh,
Ooh. Yeah, this is also so in addition to it being this like creature movie, it's pretty like viscerally gross fucking
All the body horror in this movie is
body
like
horror.
yeah.
makes the thing look like child play low key a little bit.
I thought about the thing.
That's some creative
I think
things they do.
in the end with the final Resident Evil boss, I was thinking about the thing that whole time because it gets ridiculous.
It
Yeah.
goes places.
Mm-hmm.
It goes places. Oh man. What'd you think of the dinner scene though?
Nasty.
That shit
Yeah.
was gross, dude.
When
Nasty.
her thing like pops and pus goes into that guy's soup and he's like,
The
creamy.
Custard.
Custard,
Like,
yeah.
Just the way I like it.
Yeah.
And the
Kind of
president
custard
lady
you
is like,
eating?
Jesus Christ. I thought he was gonna turn, but he didn't.
It's very inconsistent.
Yeah, right?
I think
Yeah.
it was just gross to be gross.
It was,
But
yeah.
I
yeah,
thought
It was
I
more
thought,
gross
I
than
thought he
gross.
was gonna turn
I was
too.
like, damn, he's gonna turn and like the whole town's gonna be like zombified.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen.
No, there's definitely inconsistencies across the board. Once people start turning, like it's inconsistent.
It's like who turns, who doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there are so many times when Lionel and his girlfriend could have been turned, or they could have been like killed, but they weren't. I think like the mom rip the head off of the nurse, and then later on she grabs Lionel the same way, but Lionel's head still stays there, and he's able to like. I think he like
Yeah.
punches her off or something. I don't know. I don't remember what he does. Maybe he doesn't.
Well, she doesn't rip that. She almost rips the head off. Remember, it like flops back and forth.
Mhm.
Yeah, That's what it is.
One thing I thought was interesting is that like even though they're like zombified, they're still kind of alive. Because like when the nurse's head is like flopped back and it's like hanging, she's like struggling to breathe, and then when it pops back, she goes like takes a deep breath and she's like normal again. I'm like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
It took some I like the way they did zombies in this movie because it's not like they're like they have some semblance of like cognitive ability.
They really do.
Because like even the mom like would not attack Lionel all the time.
Yeah.
Like and even at times she like kind of protected him, and then like she'd be like, wait a minute, I should fucking kill this guy.
Yeah.
But that was a cool scene though when she like rips the nurse's like head almost off. That was fucking crazy.
For real.
Yeah, some of the kills were
some of the kills are great.
Were creative.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. It really reminded me of Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it did have some Evil Dead tendencies.
Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna quote that a lot because there's just so much like it. I feel like it was really similar in that sense where the zombies kind of had that same, even the same like look, right? Like the dead eyes. Like I feel like Evil Dead, the dead in that also kind of have the same type of look, and they're just all like super fucked up.
Yeah, definitely.
These zombies definitely have a they're at a higher tier than normal zombies because like normal zombies is just shoot in the head, they're dead. Whereas these zombies, like even their appendages, their arteries come to life. So it's not just the zombie itself. It's like every little part of it can also attack you.
For real.
It's alive. But the movie from this point on is it just goes bananas, I feel like. Like it just escalates.
I like Lionel's his method to keep everybody, like his mom and the nurse, his method of keeping them under control is to just
tranquilize them.
Tranquilize them.
Yeah, he just fucking tranks the shit out of them. Throughout the rest of the movie, he's just constantly dosing them with trank.
This was loaded because he's buying some massive bottles from that like random, like, is he like a German like Nazi scientist doctor guy?
He's definitely a Nazi because his shirt rips and you see the swastika right there.
Oh,
it's on his armband.
I missed it.
Yeah.
I missed it. That makes sense because it takes place in like the 1950s.
Yeah.
This guy must have escaped after World War II. I even wrote down, I'm like, who the fuck is this crazy doctor guy and why is he German?
It's pretty funny how Lionel keeps them sedated though. After injecting them, then he realizes, oh, I'm gonna put it in the custard and then feed them.
Oh yeah.
And he feeds the nurse by like propping her head back and feeding her through her neck hole. It's like, God damn. What the fuck?
He's fucking locked in, dude. He's all about keeping them locked up.
He really is.
Did you notice? I think I saw this correctly, that he even changes the basement door from being a regular door to like a super like reinforced one.
Yeah. He reinforces the house at one point in time, I think. He like puts up a bunch of shit on all the windows and even the front door.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think but that happens after he goes to visit Paquita, and Paquita's grandmother gives him the
necklace.
The necklace, yeah.
Tells him that like forces of evil are after him or some shit.
And then
he's surrounded by death.
That's
which
right.
He was because he was taking care of those zombifieds.
The death, yeah. And then his mom gets hit by the fucking tram and busts through the store.
The fact that he didn't get caught right then and there was kind of crazy.
I mean, if someone gets hit by a tram and goes through a door,
nothing else matters.
I feel like, you're not gonna get caught for shit.
I guess that's
got
true.
Hit by a tram.
Well, like knocked her out.
The best time to rob.
Like, because she was like dead.
Using the chaos.
Using the chaos.
Like a Javier Bardem or whatever his name is in No Country for Old Men when he blows up that car to steal from the pharmacy.
Yep.
A real opportunist.
The fucking funeral scene had me dying, dude. Like the guy forgetting to turn off the embalming machine. It's just like blowing up the bomb.
Oh man, that was crazy. I didn't even know that's what embalming machines look like. I don't even know what embalming machines do. They still look like that? Like what
Probably
happens?
not.
How do we embalm people now?
I bet you it's like way simpler, but
Is it just like a tube? Like what?
I would think so.
I don't. That was crazy. I didn't even know.
She looked
It
like
was
a
ridiculous.
balloon.
Yeah, dude.
She was like inflating with like that pus, and it was just coming out everywhere.
I thought
Mhm.
for sure she was gonna explode.
There was a sandwich on her, and I like that he comes back in and he turns off the embalming machine and grabs the sandwich and starts chomping on it, even though it has embalming fluid and like her pus on it. Oh,
This is gross. There's a lot of like gross out scenes in this movie for sure. And then I don't know how they even got her back in the casket after being that big.
maybe just drained her a little.
Maybe, huh?
Dr. Pimple Popper, they brought him in,
They brought her in.
drained her, then put her in the casket.
This is a
Oh.
gross conversation.
Oh, well, the priest is giving like that sick ass sermon. Is this where we see the uncle for the first time?
Yeah.
Uncle Les looking like a fucking Elvis Presley impersonator.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking funny. That dude was on one though. He like immediately was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking. I think he was gonna kill Lionel just so he could become the sole beneficiary. I think that was his ultimate plan.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
too. He definitely gives off creepy uncle vibes. Like I
Mhm.
wouldn't want to be alone with him in a room. He also kind of slightly hits on
Slightly hits on Paquita.
no, he hits on Paquita. He's like, "You're not part of the family," and then he like tries to like talk to her, and she walks away, and he's like, yeah,
Hot tamale.
freaking creeper over here, lingerer."
And then the best part ever, when they're at the greasers are pissing on the grave, and the fucking priest comes out of shadows with just the mad martial arts skills.
Bro.
And just starts kicking the shit out of everybody.
This was so cool, dude.
And
Like,
they're all zombified, right? He's like
Yeah,
kicking all the zombies' asses. He's just
There's-
all beast.
doesn't he say like he does? He's gonna
Say it.
he like I fight for the Lord, and he just like busts out some sick ass martial arts on like 5 zombies. Like,
He fucks them up.
it was so cool, dude. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Where did this come out of? Like how? Oh man, that was hands down my favorite scene in the movie. Like it's like a full. I feel like it's like a 4-minute scene of him just doing martial arts against 5 different zombies. He like kicks a zombie's head off. He fucking. Oh man, it's hard for me to describe because there was so much, and I was laughing so hard because I was enjoying it. Like it was such a wild, enjoyable ride.
Like it's like they stood no chance. Like he starts ripping one of the dude's arms off, and then he rips off the other one. He just fucking starts using them as weapons. It's like kicks the dude's head off. The way he got turned though, by the head like going straight up
Yeah.
and then falling back down and biting him was fucking dumb, dude.
That was
Real.
fucking hilarious.
shit
That
was
was like the
great.
cherry on top of that whole scene.
I
That
know.
shit was great.
And his death when he gets like impaled by the statue, and he's like laying there. Oh, that was a beautiful scene. I loved it. I need more kung fu fighting priests in,
That shit was great.
in my media. That's what I need. I
That
need
shit
from
was
my
great.
algorithm. Kung fu fighting priest. Kung fu fighting priest. All right.
So up to this point, we have the nurse, the mom, now the priest, and the greaser are all zombies under the care of Lionel.
Mm-hmm.
And he's keeping them all in his basement.
Fucking Lionel, dude.
That's where his uncle comes and like blows up the spot. Did you notice when he's taking a piss, he like pushes out a kidney stone?
Nah.
No.
And when he's taking a piss, he's like, oh, and you hear like a ding, and then he starts peeing.
Oh,
That's funny.
I was like, that dude's got kidney stones, partying too hard. This isn't where the uncle figures out though, right? That he has like a bunch of bodies.
mm,
I think this comes
this
after.
this is when he's trying to like convince him to give him the house.
That's right. That's right. Well, the oh yeah, and he thinks his dad. He's watching his dad's pornos because the nurse and the priest are banging on the table,
Yeah. Yeah.
how did we forget?
and he's like, "Your dad, your dad was into some freaky shit." He's like, your dad could. What does he say? Back in his day, he could like water the plants or some shit. And he's like, what? I don't want to hear about this. Like his dad was big pimping.
I really wasn't expecting that scene to happen with the priest and the nurse.
I did not see that coming either.
Yeah.
How can anyone expect that? That's like
I guess
a one and only. I don't think any other. Well, never mind. Dawn of the Dead. I guess did the zombie baby, but like
She was already
True.
pregnant though.
yeah. This was insane. It was like Reanimator level insane.
There were moments that reminded me of Reanimator.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, this is some Reanimator ass shit. They're just banging on the table, and then the fucking nurse gives birth to like this fucking grotesque looking like garbage pail kid baby.
Yeah.
Like this baby looked like a miniature version of Sloth from the Goonies.
He did.
He did.
Yeah, he did. Holy shit.
He was all fucked up. I love the scene when he's taking the baby for the walk in the fucking park though.
Yeah. And then he sees like other moms like slowly rocking the baby back and forth, and he gets his and he's like, oh, shaking the shit out of him. Like,
And they're like,
wrong
oh,
with
coochie coochie. Like he reaches in, it's like a barbed wire fence on the fucking baby carriage.
yeah.
Oh man, that shit was hilarious. He just starts like fucking beating the shit out of it, but it's trying to run away. I was like, dude, what the fuck? And the moms are like, interesting.
And the drunk guy by the bathroom is like, yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
So I read that after filming, they had like 45,000 left over, and so he used that 45,000 to do that scene.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, so that was an add-in scene. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. Because it adds more. Because the baby ends up being like the sub boss of the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
So like having that whole scene was that's great. That shit was that scene in the priest are the two scenes that had me like busting up.
Yeah.
And then this is where he drops Paquita and now she's dating the meat delivery
man.
guy.
Meat
Yeah.
guy. Yeah. But she still wants Lionel, because every time she passes by him, she looks at him longingly. Yeah.
And the meat guy's all boring, just talking about his sports.
He is.
He's just all about himself kind of guy. I mean, it even gets to the point where she ditches him and he's like, oh well, and just like continues talking to himself.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Didn't even notice.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck this dude. She ditches him because she sees that they're throwing a party at the house, right?
Yeah, later on. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because right after this, he takes the baby home. Then Les comes back and catches him in the act.
Yeah.
He sees all those bodies, and he's like, I'm going to call the cops.
Mhm.
Les, you gave me the house and all the money. He's like, all right, cool. Now we're good. And then he's like, cool. I'm going to invite some of my peeps over. We're going to throw a party. What
a fucking party, dude. He throws like a fucking rager at the
He
house.
throws a rager. He throws a fucking what's that movie?
House party?
X?
Oh,
yeah.
X?
Was it X?
Project X?
Project X
party.
There you go. Yeah. Have you guys ever seen that movie Mother with Lawrence Taylor? Not Lawrence Taylor.
The one with
Jennifer Lawrence?
With Javier Bardem?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but that's a what's it called movie, right? Pan's Labyrinth guy? Guillermo del Toro movie?
Darren Aronofsky.
Aronofsky.
That's a Darren Aronofsky film?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, I don't know why I thought it was Guillermo del Toro. No, I haven't seen that movie. Why did they throw a fucking rager in that movie?
There's a pretty anxiety-inducing scene where Javier Bardem invites like a bunch of random people over for a party, and like things get really tense. It's like the climax of the film. It kind of reminded me of that.
This one reminded me of like Weekend at Bernie's plus zombies.
I feel like that scene in Mother though, there's not that many people. Was there?
Mother?
I remember there being like a handful of people.
There's like a whole like segment where she's like drowning in the amount of people that are in the house.
Okay. Yeah. Forgot. Okay.
It's like an obscene amount of people.
Yeah,
Like
that
at
movie
a
was crazy.
fucking getting to the front of a fucking stage.
Yeah.
Party looked fun though. I'm not gonna lie.
I
Like a
mean,
good time.
there were people like hanging off the rafters. There was dudes walking in with cases of beers. There was so much
Like one
going
chick just straight up was like, yo, Lionel, you down to fuck or what?
on.
Like just straight up, like right when she got there, she's boom.
Yeah, she wasn't even drinking. She just walked in and asked that.
Got the Riz, dude.
she
Fucking
knew what she
Rizzler.
wanted. The Rizzler? Dude, that's the Rizzler's mom, dude.
Rizzler's mom.
Oh, probably too old. The Rizzler's mom's mom.
Grandma.
Oh man. That shit was fucking random. But I'll give it to Paquita though, dude. She's like mad loyal. Like she's like, all right, like whatever. Let's see what's going on with this dude. And then she sees the zombies and she's like, all right, cool. Like what are we gonna do about this?
Yeah, she's
Mhm.
down for the cause.
She is.
She's a ride or die for sure.
Yeah. She really loved him. So
Like all right off the bat too.
mhm.
The tarot cards, no.
Did she
We
love
love a
him,
loyal
or was she were her views warped by the
The
readings of
tarot
the cards?
I guess
There
what came
larger
first?
forces at play.
The chicken or the egg? I think
Mm.
I think the end result is what matters the most, and the consistency that we see that followed through.
Yeah, I can see that.
She was consistent at the end. Like she was always down.
Who was?
To
She was
be
down.
be on his side.
She was ride or die to the max.
Yeah.
Because like they find the poison together, right? And they each poison him.
Mm-hmm.
I like how the poison.
Poison is just there.
Just a bottle of poison.
But then it
Giant
says
fucking jug.
You
it
know,
says
things.
don't use on humans, acts as like a stimulant or something.
Yeah.
Not for human use.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a animal stimulant.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
I think because the infection is like rat and monkey based, we get the result that we ended up with at the end.
Just doses them with mad ketamine and it's just like fucking on one. And then I titled this section the Super Saiyan zombies because they're all fucking powered up, dude.
Yeah.
Who were, dude? They're crazy. This is when shit really starts popping off.
Some of the kills in here were fucking glorious.
Yeah.
Everyone
dies.
Yeah, everyone dies. It's like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey too. Just everyone at the party dies.
Yeah.
But like some of the kills were awesome. I wrote a couple. Like the dude gets his like face ripped off,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
straight up looking like they live.
Mm-hmm.
The dude fucking gets his organs like pulled out. Oh man. What about the guy who just gets the meat from the bottom of his legs torn off? So it's just his bones from like the waist down.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That
I was like, how'd they fucking
just,
do
like,
that?
Pull him off and he's like licked clean.
Yep.
The other one that was pretty creative was when what's her name slams the zombie up against a light bulb and it just like
Oh yeah.
Oh, and the
illuminates
lights all lit up.
the head.
That one
That
was
was
cool
cool.
because they keep on going back to that one.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
keep on showing that one.
The one chick just gets like punched through the fucking skull. It was fucking brutal.
Everybody gets massacred at that party, and there was easily like 100 people there, and there's just 100 dead people after that.
Like it's just like blood everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I
Like,
remember one specific zombie, but I don't remember how it happened. But he's like decapitated and had a garden gnome where his
Oh
head
yeah.
should be.
What's his name? Decapitated him. The uncle.
The less, yeah,
He like
Mm.
hits his head off, I think, with the garden gnome, and then he like sticks it there, and he's like chasing him around, and it's like that the whole time. That shit was hilarious because they show him multiple times, and he always has the garden gnome head.
yeah.
This I feel like this movie definitely inspired Dead Rising.
I could see that.
I could definitely see that. Yeah,
We didn't mention it, but Les keeps getting kicked in the nuts for being a douchebag like this entire sequence, and he gets hit in the nuts 5 times in the last like
That's
20 minutes of the
right.
movie.
he does. Paquita does it first, right? And then it
Yeah, because he like
happening.
basically takes you to another room to like take advantage of her,
yeah,
and she kicks him in the nuts.
hell yeah.
Then he's like, "I'm a fucking killer," and then he gets hit in the nuts again. His fucking nuts go for a ride. But what about the Rockabilly's like organs though? How do we feel about the organ boss?
Dude.
It was unique,
Yeah. Like I
creative.
felt every time I thought I knew what was gonna happen, the movie just took a turn and something ridiculous fucking blossomed out of every corner.
I don't know why, but it reminded me of the chest burster in Spaceballs that sings. It was like that level of ridiculousness for me.
Yeah. Holy shit. That's funny. I didn't remember about that until you described it word by word.
Fucking doing the WB song.
Yeah, dude, the WB
With the
song.
little hat.
That's what it reminded me of. I was like, yo, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
It's like the most dangerous fucking zombie in there. It like fucks up Lionel for like a minute.
For real. I like when the baby comes back and he tries to, I think Rita and Paquita are in the kitchen and the light up zombie is on the wall, and then Rita feels like baby hands and she looks down and the baby's there, and so she kicks him and he flies up against the wall, and then he comes back over and she gets a cast iron pan and just pans the shit out of him, and we see the imprint on it on the pan.
Oh yeah.
So funny.
Some fucking Cartoon Network shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she picks him up and puts him in the blender, and she's like, I don't know if I should push this. And I think he throws up on her, right?
Yeah.
And so she just pushes it, and then he doesn't get chopped up. I think he flies upwards.
Yeah, he manages to escape.
Yeah.
The baby's mad squirrely.
And then he comes back down and she punches him in the face out toward Les.
And then doesn't he bite Les in the balls? He does something to
bites
Les'
Les in
balls.
the balls. Yeah. Yeah, and then that's it for Les's balls.
Because Les is like after him for like basically the whole rest of the movie.
Mm-hmm. I was surprised that Les lived for as long as Les lived for. Because he like, even though he's getting hit in the nuts, he goes on like a mild rampage. Like,
Dude, he's a monster when when they
he's a
finally
fucking beast with the
burst-
cleavers.
burst through that barricade. He basically wrecks like a good chunk of the zombies that are in the house.
he does.
Yeah.
Which I thought was cool is that like he's like a mad douche to Paquita and she hates him, but now that shit's like a matter of survival, they like work together.
Mhm.
Because he's like saying like, because the other chick got bit, he's like, dude, fuck that girl. Like, we got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And then she's like, nah, I'm not going to leave her. And he's like, fuck this. Then he just goes ham with the cleavers. And I like how it's all like, it reminded me of like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Like it's all super sped up while
Yeah.
he's chopping.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. They
Yeah.
they pulled all the stops. So many references to like cartoons and other shit. I loved it.
For real.
Yeah, that shot, like that up close shot of his face and like his maniacal laugh and just his arms going back and forth, and you just see blood splattering all over. It was great.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I did not stop laughing through a lot of this movie. Like, a lot of this movie just kept me so entertained, and I didn't even do any. Like, I was sober watching this, and I had such a fun time like watching this movie because it was just so comical, the shit that they were doing, but it was so entertaining at the same time.
He did a fucking great job.
Great job.
Is this where we finally see Mom?
The mom? No,
Mom.
first we get the reveal that like the mom murdered his dad and like his mistress.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember he finds that
Lionel-
chest and there's like a body in there?
Yeah, Lionel's on his own journey, right? Like he's been stuck in the
The rafters of the
in the
house, like
rafters
the
for-
attic or whatever.
yeah, he's been
Mhm.
stuck up there for some time, just
Being fucking creeped on by
character-
the organs.
character developing and getting creeped on by the organ monster.
That was a turn that I didn't expect.
I didn't either. I didn't think that they were gonna go like any deeper than that, or like give the mom like any more story, but they did. I feel like they didn't have to. I would have been, if they wouldn't have done that, I don't think it would have changed how I felt about the movie.
No,
Well,
because the story was like what that like he was drowning and his dad went to go save him and successfully did, and then got hit by a rogue wave and then was like taken out to sea or something.
Yeah.
Mhm. That was his story. Yeah.
hmm
That's what
But
the mom
it was
told him?
the mom killed the dad and the mistress by
Yeah,
drowning
that's why
him
he
in
sees
the
the
tub.
hands
Mhm.
Yeah.
in the water.
Mhm.
I think it was like a overcoming moment for him.
Yeah.
Like where he finally
yeah.
was like cutting ties with his mom, like that was it.
Yeah.
Not gonna bully me anymore.
Yeah.
I've
I
had
am
enough
my
of
own
your-
person.
Had enough of your shit, Mom.
Is this where he did we pass it?
Not a phase, Mom.
Where he gets the lawnmower?
It's like here.
Like
I think
right
it's
now,
here.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's right here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think Paquita and Rita are running out in the main entrance area.
Oh yeah, they're like surrounded. They're like on the
Yeah.
verge of about to die.
And then Lionel has a sick ass fucking entrance where he kicks in the door with the
That shit
with the
just
lawnmower.
screamed Evil Dead 2.
Yeah.
Oh
that was
yeah,
good.
for sure.
I was
Yeah.
expecting like a "come to daddy" fucking
Yeah.
like one liner or something.
Yeah.
Well, what did he say? Party's over.
Oh yeah, he's like party's
Party's
over. That's
over.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
He was a beast with the lawnmower.
Yeah. It's a beast weapon.
It
Can
was.
you use a lawnmower in Dead Rising?
You can.
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Damn, this is fucking Dead Rising.
That's really cool. I'm gonna have to look that up later on. Did Dead Rising get
Inspired?
inspired by this movie?
I heard the remaster is pretty good. That was awesome though. Like, it's like fucking Kill Bill versus like the crazy 88 sim out of blood that's just like
Yeah.
all over the
Mhm.
place. Just like body parts, blood. Just fucking, this dude just goes ham, just wrecks everybody.
For real.
I mean, if you think about it, that is a pretty like ingenious like way, because like basically he just cuts them all down to they're just like putty, right?
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
all
Like there's no
Mush.
limbs left. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
mush. All that was left was the rockabilly guy was somehow like weirdly put together.
Yeah.
How did he beat the rockabilly guy? Did he lawnmower him too, or did it stop working by that point? I don't remember.
well, everyone was dead after the lawnmower for sure, except Mama.
Oh, I put a star though. This is my star death. When the fucking baby rips out of Rita's head.
Oh yeah. That one
Dude,
was
that
That was crazy.
crazy. I was like, yo, I was like, what the fuck? I was like,
Yeah.
damn. That was like a cherry on top moment of the deaths, because that shit was crazy. Like the
Yeah.
special effects are like great on that one.
for real. And then I think because of the baby rips out, I remember the zombie with the light bulb like explodes and it causes everything to catch fire right after that.
Well, because Rita pulled surf ninjas and she like turned the fucking gas on
Oh yeah.
before they leave the kitchen.
Yeah.
She's like, we're fuck this. What about when Les gets killed though? When his fucking like head and his spine get ripped up?
By the mom. Yeah.
That
That,
shit looked,
that was cool.
dude, he looked
and then
crazy.
he turned into like a thing character.
Dude,
Mm-hmm.
he looked nuts. Oh, there's another kill that I remember. It's just coming to me during the party where they kill a guy and they rip his spinal cage out.
Oh,
Like,
I remember that guy.
He like, that's how they kill him. They grab his rib cage and they like pull it out. So it's like rib cage is intact and it just gets ripped out of his chest.
That was one of the first dudes, right?
Yeah, it was one of the
Yeah.
first
right in
dudes.
the very beginning. Yeah. And then everyone starts screaming. They're like, "Oh fuck!" Because then they realize that there's zombies there.
That's fucking setting the tone. That's Negan with the baseball bat right there.
that
Yeah.
was.
Then we get our big battle with the mom monster.
I like how it's not really like mom just becomes that. Like why?
Yeah, like why was she special? They all got the stimulant, but like why did she go like Super Saiyan 3?
Because she was patient zero.
Maybe, huh?
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
He
Yeah,
just gave her extra juice.
because she does look more like ape than all the rest of them,
Oh,
And
she does
she's
kind of
like
look like
ratty,
the rat.
like
the
rat. Yeah.
like
Yes.
a rat ape. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
She does look like the rat monkey.
but she's also hella smart because she can talk and she talks
Oh
like
yeah.
she talks fine, like perfect English, like there's like no, I think before she sounded kind of like bubbly and gurgly,
Mhm.
but when she's like fully evolved into the apex fucking predator, she's talking like a normal creature.
Mm-hmm. That's true, huh?
But her design was ridiculous though. Like she had like
It made me uncomfortable.
huge titties with like
Giant mommy milkers.
like a small like neck and just a huge fucking head with a giant like mouth. Like it was there was
Yeah.
so much going on.
And a big old person ass.
And a big old
She looked
person's
like
butt.
a old grandma version of the Violator.
Yeah, that's what I thought. She looked like a
Yo.
grandma violator.
Hell yeah, that's what a good fucking descriptor. Yeah, yeah.
I didn't
People
know that
who
you
don't
could
know who the
climb
Violator is.
chimneys like that. Oh yeah, the violator. Drop
Spawn.
some knowledge on him.
That's Spawn.
Otherwise, bad movie. But the Violator's design
That's
in the
all you get.
1990s movie, played by John Leguizamo. I'm glad that the Oscars now need to watch all the movies because he should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor in that film.
Is the
Dude.
Violator?
That's his best role. I like John Leguizamo. That's his best role.
Damn, better than Sid the Sloth?
Damn. All right, that's a tough one. I forgot he was in the slot. The only thing I was comparing it to is like sous chef in the movie Chef. He was pretty good in that one too.
Yeah, he was good in that one. Or I forgot what his name is in Carlitos Way. He was good
Oh
in that
yeah.
movie too.
Or isn't he who is he? He's one of the isn't he Vicarian in the Romeo and Juliet movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? He's got like
Oh,
the
that's
dual
right.
pistols.
Yeah, he was.
I think his name's
Oh,
Vicarian. It's some crazy ass fucking name.
I completely forgot he was Sid the Sloth.
So did I.
What a callback, dude. Jesus.
He's great at Sid this last stuff.
Yeah.
That's true.
Spawn. Check it out.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Mhm.
I didn't know you could just climb a chimney like that, but then I guess they do have chimney sweeps, so I guess they would need to be climbable, or else they would just like fall straight down.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I was like, that's cool. There's like little brick steps. I was like, that's cool. That was super smart too.
Maybe
They're like, fuck, how we can get out of here? Like, let's climb the chimney.
maybe that was an older thing because I know at the last place that I rented that had a chimney, I was able to look up it, and there was like a almost like a not like a Z, maybe almost like a awkward or like an obtuse angle, and I was able to look up and it just looked straight. Like there wasn't any like small footing areas.
Interesting.
Just like a straight shot up.
Maybe they just shimmied up.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. How?
Maybe. Or they had like a rope or something.
Oh
yeah.
God, we're in audio
Audio
content.
format.
I wish so much that you guys could see this.
That's great.
Oh,
It's glorious.
oh my God, that was fantastic. I'm never gonna forget that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She goes from a violator to a thing. Like her skin face
At the
starts
end,
peeling off.
Oh
Then
yeah.
she like fucking eats him in her stomach.
Mhm.
That was fucking gnarly.
For real.
That shit happened. I was like, oh my God, how's he gonna make it?
There's like so much. Like it definitely. I think you said it
Escalates.
earlier. It's like like a Resident Evil boss. Like
Mm-hmm.
stage 1 and then stage 2 is the crazier version, and it just gets.
And he beat her
so
with
much-
like a QT, like a quick time event by knifing out of her stomach,
He's-
smashing X. It's like,
He did. He just fucking stabbed his way out of there.
oh
Nice.
my God. And then I'm not gonna lie, the way he zip lines down the like cable electrical wire was pretty suave.
Yeah.
He just rips it around with his belt, and just grabs Paquita, and then they just slide down. I was like, damn, look at Lionel go.
I like I like reading the IMDb fucking okay
Synopsis.
after, and it says in that ending scene, Lionel's mother tries to kill Paquita by removing her hand from the pole she's holding, and in an over the
So
top
lazily too.
Freudian rebirth, Lionel cuts his way out of his mother's grotesquely changed, gigantified body using the cross he got from Paquita's grandmother. What a way to put it. Over the top Freudian rebirth. But he kind of does, dude. He just fucking stabs his way out with the cross and then like grabs Paquita and he's like, all right, baby, let's go.
Yep.
And
Fucking
then-
action heroes the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
That was his evolving moment.
Mhm.
That's when he turned a point in his
Yeah.
character.
That was when he was ready.
His rebirth.
His connection to his mom was gone.
He was literally born again because he came out of her stomach again.
Ooh.
Oh shit. Fucking
Give
movies
me another
deep.
climb.
Movies fucking deep. I don't understand why he threw the pendant at the end, but whatever.
It's like Rose throwing the fucking
Necklace.
jewel at the end.
Like, why'd he do that? Like, even if he didn't need it, it still like saved his life.
Yeah, for real.
dude. It's like, that's forever going on top of the door.
Yeah, for reals.
Didn't Paquita's grandma say that like he needed that to be protected?
I think during that event, but I think like he conquered it. I don't know.
Oh,
I
so
was
it was
I
like a
was thinking
one-time
there was
use.
gonna be like a post credit scene where like one of them didn't die, but no.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
there wasn't no post-credit scene. That was it.
Like
The
kisses
stuff
the girl all bloody and then
walks
scene.
away. Yep,
What a fucking crazy fucking movie that was.
bro.
Crazy.
The wheel blessed us.
Back to back weeks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm kind of scared for this week.
Yeah. Kinda.
Kinda.
I live in fear of the wheel.
Constant
Ugh,
fear
God.
of what the wheel is gonna
Waking
give
up in cold sweats.
Damn.
Not again.
No. Oh man. Damn, this movie made no fucking money though. It's crazy. Like I don't know how Peter Jackson kept getting work. Because like this movie made $245,000 or something like that. Oh, it was like 242,300 and something. It's like nothing out of $3 million budget. It made no money.
Just goes to show you like the power of being a cult classic, because like
Power
a
of
movie that
friendship.
a movie that doesn't even make 200,000 ends up getting like a 4K restore.
For real.
That's crazy.
Because
Mhm.
it's Peter Jackson.
Like where's the
That too,
mariachi 4K restore? Oh,
No shit,
yeah,
although.
true.
Where is the Mariachi 4K restore?
For real.
Fucking racist.
Well, he's not Peter Jackson.
Isn't
That's-
Peter Jackson a sir now?
Yeah, he's a sir now. He's a Sir Peter Jackson. If you look him up, like interesting the trivia facts on like IMDb, it just refers to him as Sir Peter Jackson the whole time.
Yeah.
It's been knighted.
Apparently, like if you rented this movie in Sweden, it came with a vomit bag.
A vomit bag? Hell yeah.
Mhm. I was like, that's awesome.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a pretty gross movie.
It is actually pretty gross.
It is. I'm glad I wasn't like didn't have a full stomach when I saw it. But it was great, man. Oh man, I really like this movie. It was quite the film.
It was a fun watch.
I had a feeling I would like it just for my Peter Jackson bias, but like it was like not what I expected, but like in a good way.
Yeah. When I
Yeah.
think of Peter Jackson, I only
Think
really
epic.
think of I
Lord
think
Oh
of the
of,
yeah,
like,
3-hour runtime.
big scale, like
Yeah,
crazy action movies. I think the one thing that felt Peter Jackson to me was the action, because there was technically big scale action, but nothing else. It felt way more like low budget Evil Dead, like just completely different. I mean, and that's me trying to pull things to be like, how is this similar to what Peter Jackson is? It really doesn't feel like that at all. But it was such a good ride, like such a fun ride.
I mean, the only other movie I've seen of his that wasn't Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, or King Kong, like the movies he's made, Lord of the Rings post is The Frighteners.
Mm-hmm.
But that movie is still so different from this movie.
Damn, I didn't even know the Frighteners. And it wasn't until we started talking about it, right today, that the Frighteners was even made by Peter Jackson. Because I also like that movie too. With
Yeah, The Frighteners is cool.
freaking Michael J. Fox,
Yeah, Michael J. Fox, fucking
Jeffrey
It's like-
Combs.
it's like fucking Scary Casper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I don't have
I gotta
any
check
more.
this movie out.
Frighteners, it's cool.
Yeah,
It'll be it's a good spooky time movie because it's like a rated R comedy horror
Yeah.
movie.
And it actually, I feel like it has some like pretty creepy scenes in it too.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You guys have any interesting facts?
I shared them during.
Same. All right. Should we get to our reviews?
Let's get it.
All right. I went first last time. So Twan, why don't you kick us off this time?
I really enjoyed this movie. I as we've said throughout, there's just a lot to like about this movie. It's I know I've said this before with other movies, but like when you think of B horror, this is the type of movie that like automatically comes to mind. Just wacky, out there, gore filled, just not really taking itself seriously. It's just it's a good ride, and it's interesting. It's an interesting watch knowing that it's from the same director that did Lord of the Rings and King Kong and these, grandiose movies. So it's a crazy correlation to make, and I still am having a hard time trying to find like the pinpoint between this movie and Lord of the Rings. Like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me, but fucking whatever. But yeah, this movie was great. The practical effects were good. The pacing of the movie was good for them being like unknown actors and actresses. Like they did a good job. I have no qualms with how they were acting. So yeah, I give this movie a B plus. It's exactly what a B horror movie is and should be. Would I recommend this movie? Only to a select few. I mean, I don't really see everyone enjoying these types of movies. I think, because I do enjoy horror more than most other genres. I don't know. I have a different feel for this movie, but I would recommend it to anyone that loves horror, anyone that likes B horror. I know this movie is definitely going to be in the rotation now for Halloween, just because it's a classic, and for good reason. So yeah, B plus.
Hell yeah. All right, I'll go next because I'm right there with you. And we are exactly where Rotten Tomato is. So Rotten Tomatoes has this movie at an 89%, and IMDb has it at a 7.5. But I'm right there with you, Twan. I also gave this movie a B plus. I really enjoyed this movie. I think I had it at like a B plus, A minus, but I think I give it at a B plus because it's on my own. Like, it took me a little while to kind of realize that it was like it was being like kind of goofy on purpose.
Uh-huh.
And I think that also came like what you said is like, I thought Peter Jackson, I'm picturing Lord of the Rings, fucking The Hobbit, like this shit. And I'm like, yo, like, what is this? Like this is funny and it's goofy, but like, this is not what I thought I was going to get. But then when I like just took the movie for what it was and like really started, like, I was like, oh, this movie's great. It's hilarious. There's some awesome creative like death scenes in this movie. I think we've seen a lot of these types of movies on the pod, and I feel like this movie has had the most creative deaths. I think it is awesome. It is weird though. There were times that made me like generally uncomfortable, and it is like an off the fucking walls movie, but the special effects are good. They weren't the best we've seen, but they were good. The storytelling was awesome. Like the character development was actually pretty good. And just like Peter Jackson recreating like a B campy horror movie from the 1950s and bringing it to the like 1992 era was awesome. This is definitely a movie I would recommend to people. If you like a gory horror movie, definitely check it out. And if like if you hate gore, don't watch it. But if it's like gore is not your favorite, I would still say check it out because I feel like it's a comedy at its core. And it is genuinely pretty funny at times. Like genuinely like had me like laughing out loud. And I was like, oh man, this is good. Like the jokes are funny. The horror itself, even like some of the deaths are comedic. It's awesome. It's a B plus. I'd recommend you watch it if you like horror movies. If you want to see something by Peter Jackson before he became Mr. Lord of the Rings, like you got to check it out. So yeah, finish this off.
This movie really surprised me. And Peter Jackson, Lord of the Rings, King Kong, like that's what I know him for. So coming into this, wow, what a fucking movie. When I think of this podcast, I think of like these type of movies, like really fun, kind of campy horror comedy that's like a just really enjoyable ride. This is kind of the same sense that I get from and you're gonna hate it, Dale, Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Like I get that same like enjoyment of watching something that's like kind of ridiculous. And I mean, I think that this, fuck, I don't want to say this is a better movie, but I feel like
it's a way better movie than that movie.
personally,
Way better.
I feel
There's
like
no way you could have been watching all the low grade horror movies we watched and still think that Season of the Witch is like up there as like, this is how you make a B horror movie.
yeah, but I love Season of the Witch so much. Like, I don't know, that's one of my like favorite like weird cult classic movies that probably okay, I mean it's not that good, but like it's one of my favorite movies. And I gotta say that this one is actually up there now. Like this movie was such a fucking fun ride. Like I was laughing nonstop. Like I really, really I enjoyed the acting. I enjoyed like the set pieces. I enjoyed like the character design, like the all like the gore and animation that like happened, the shitty CGI, like oh man, I had such a good time watching this movie. And like when I think of like cult classic movies, this is the kind of movie that like I really, really thoroughly enjoy. I give this movie an A.
Ooh.
And
Nice.
I didn't expect to like this movie, and I really fucking love this movie.
Oh yeah.
Would I recommend it? I would recommend it to like your mom, your grandma, your grandpa, your children, their children. Like everybody needs to watch this movie because this movie was just so fucking fun, dude. Like it's still Peter Jackson. Like it's a Peter Jackson movie, but it's like a completely different realm of Peter Jackson. Like watch this fucking movie all the time because it's so hilarious. I will ride hard for this movie from now on until I die. Like I need to tell more people to watch this movie because I had such a good time. Thank you to the Wheel and thank you Dale for putting this on. Because that was a good fucking pick, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a good movie, man. I mean, like it was like last week, like Reanimator, like other these fringe horror movies. I guess I mean this movie's probably not fringe anymore, but like I feel like this movie, Reanimator, and like Unicorn Wars have been like my big three. Like, damn, like I did not expect this from this movie, and like this is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Definitely like it just shows how complex a genre like horror can be. This is like a horror movie at its heart, but it's like comedic tones and like its filmmaking just like makes it, I think, way more palatable for like everybody. Even though it's a rated R movie, like not everyone's gonna want to watch Terrifier, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this movie does gore too, but it does it in a way that I think it makes it more digestible for everybody.
Yeah. Because I feel like you said Terrifier or other like torture porn gore horror movies, like they get like a little bit like what am I watching? But this one was like, what am I watching? But I wanted to keep watching more because it was just so ridiculous, like ridiculously funny and enjoyable. Like it's like yeah. Oh man. What a
Weird in a good way.
Yeah, weird in a really good way. I love a good weird. And this was the perfect weird.
Fuck yeah. Great film.
Had so many elements to it too.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. It really did. It really did.
It wasn't just your classic run of the mill zombie movie. Like it goes places, and it's not shy about it.
There was love from the people that were alive. There was love from the people that were dead. It has everything.
I mean, my favorite part, I think, that's like I've been reflecting on it when we were going over the pod, is how it's literally just like a 1950 version's take on like what a zombie film, because it doesn't follow the Romero formula. It's like from like a bygone era of filmmaking where like aliens could be anything. Everyone had their own little interpretation of it was in the 50s, 40s style of like sci-fi making. And it did kind of the same thing I felt like with zombies.
Yeah, it really did.
All right, guys. So it is a highly recommend from the three of us. It got an A from Saya, a B+ from Twan, and a B+ from myself. Great film. Really enjoyed it. Definitely gonna give it another rewatch. I guess movies is awesome. All right.
Sure. It's now on my like Halloween list of movies for sure.
Yep.
Shall we will it and dill it?
Will it up.
It's gonna be a hard one to like follow up with, you know?
I think I honestly like was not expecting, like after Unicorn Wars, I was just like, oh man, whatever we get next is gonna be tough to top because like Unicorn Wars surprised me in such a way where I was just like, oh, it's so good.
Mhm.
Didn't expect it. And like this movie did like something very similar, but like the storytelling was like, oh, this was so funny and like different. Like I really liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I see why it has the following that it has because it's like legitimately pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna follow it. Like if ever I see it playing anywhere, I'll let you guys know because I feel like if we were to watch this is one of those movies where like if you watch live, it's an experience. Like
This
I don't know
would
if you guys
be
ever
awesome at the drive-through.
I don't know if you've ever seen Rocky Horror Picture Show like live.
I've never seen that movie.
No.
Period.
Oh,
Oh,
damn.
damn.
So like there's such a cult following for it that like the experience of watching it with other people, it just makes it so much better. And I feel like this is one of those movies that like if we were to watch it together, like it would just be so fucking funny because we would all just be laughing the whole time. I could imagine that's one of those movies. So I'll let you know if ever I see it playing anywhere.
I'll be down to check it out.
Yeah.
All right, guys, what are we feeling? What are we thinking? You still going with Pulse there? Still a Pulse guess or
yeah, give me Pulse.
Pulse?
Let's do it finally. Give me Pulse. I want it. I need it. I need it in my body. I'm tired of being edged. I've been edged for so long.
Pulse?
Yeah.
Twan?
I don't know, man. I feel like we're gonna get something like I don't want to say normal, but like a regular movie, like
a drama,
like
or
Warriors. Yeah, like a drama.
Okay. Damn. I think we're gonna get a sci-fi movie.
Pulse.
I think we're gonna get a sci-fi movie.
Okay, maybe I'll broaden it. Foreign horror.
Foreign horror movie?
Yeah.
All right. Normal movie, foreign horror movie, saying sci-fi. Let's get it. Let's see what we get. Oh man. I'm gonna laugh of like because you broadened it, we get Pulse now. That'd be fucking funny.
I mean that would be perfect, dude.
Probably
Let's
gonna
see.
get like Terrified.
I don't see it.
Oh, Terrifier.
Let's see.
I don't see it.
I don't need it.
Are we gonna get Shawshank or don't tell me we're
I
getting
don't
another
need
David
it.
Lynch movie?
Scanner Darkly?
No, we're getting Elephant
No, we're
Man.
getting
We're getting another
Elephant Man.
David
Yeah.
Lynch movie.
Ah!
Yeah. Remember when we saw what's
Eraserhead?
Eraserhead? And we're like, dude, this is crazy. We should
Let's
throw
just
more.
we should just put all the David Lynch movies
Put
on.
his fucking discography on there. We're a real podcast.
Yeah, we went in so hard.
Actually, Elephant Man's an interesting movie because it's written by Mel Brooks, but it's directed by David Lynch.
Nice.
Okay.
And it's more of I think I don't know, one of the videos I was watching about David Lynch, this one's more of a biographical movie, right? Rather than
Yeah, I've seen this movie before. This movie's weird.
Oh, well,
But it's not like it's not David Lynch weird.
okay.
Okay.
Is
Elephant-
it weird because of the subject?
Yeah, the Elephant Man's hard to look at.
Okay.
I mean, it stars fucking John Hurt and fucking Sir Anthony Hopkins, so
Okay.
like it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got fucking John Hurt and Anthony Hopkins in it.
So you know
That's
it's
all you
gotta be
need.
good.
That's all you need.
Damn, this is the 1980s Anthony Hopkins.
Hell yeah.
I
Why didn't
mean,
movie producers just be like, you know what? In order to be successful, we gotta cast John Hurt and Anthony Hopkins.
they'd be doing that with a lot of movies. Like a lot of movies follow the formula of let's put Ice Cube in this sci-fi ghost movie.
Hell yeah.
That's
Make him
gonna
do the
go-
worst acting he's ever done.
It's gonna go over well. All right, guys. So the will has spoken, and we are covering, by popular demand, another David Lynch movie. Actually, nobody asked for this, but we are covering 1980s Elephant Man. It's a biographical drama. It's actually a lot different from other Lynch movies. I've seen this movie. I definitely vaguely remember parts of it. I saw it when I was really young, but I have seen this movie before. And I remember it being good. So I'm optimistic that the second time around it'll be good. It has Anthony Hopkins and John Hurt in it. So should
So
be
it's
fun.
gotta be good.
That's all you need.
But thank you for joining us this week as we covered 1992's Braindead, aka Dead Alive. It is a highly recommend from the three of us. Got an A from Saya, a B plus from Twan, and a B plus from myself. If you guys want to laugh while seeing some gory shit, check out Dead Alive, aka Braindead. But thank you guys for joining us. If you haven't done so already, follow us on our social medias. We are no longer popular enough to receive donations, so we got to figure that out. But follow us on our social medias. We're on Instagram, YouTube, X/Twitter, Threads, TikTok, and live on Twitch. As always, I have been your host, The Dale, followed by my two co-hosts, Mr. Saya.
Adios.
And Twan.
Bye.
Catch you guys next week. Bye.